There was this thing that when you're too financially stable,
you not get married.
You not get married. The man, when you get married, you have a united vision.
The united one, no.
There's no one talk about it.
You've talked about it becomes now you're guilty, it's myself. You are selfish.
Children could be over feminists. Like when you get married, my life will not change. Let me tell you, marriage molds you by itself because.
Take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do if I told you you were beautiful?
Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel with our wives raising. If you are new here, please subscribe right here on the button here, and if you are first time viewer, you're welcome. Please subscribe, click on the notification bell so that every time we put up a video, you do not miss out. We are wives raising. We are married women, and marriage is not a straight line, but every day we try to make it straight. Yes. In today's video, we are going to be navigating. We are going to be talking about waiting. As we are waiting, what were we doing? When you're waiting for Mr. Right, what were you doing? Yeah. For me, I was there struggling, looking around.
The problems are getting
I was at the mountain
seeking the Lord. So we thank God that actually made it. But we want to help you if you're still waiting, if you're just out of campus, if you're if you're ready and you're waiting for someone to knock and enter. Let's share our experiences so that you can learn and think what to. I am Barbara Emiru, and we have
Sandra Lwangler,
Beatrice Chimpi,
beautiful Karin Yine.
And you're all blessed to be married, and we're not perfect, but we are here to help through our experiences. So, ladies, what were you doing as you were waiting for Mr. Right?
We're waiting. Yes, at the mountain.
You mean you spent the whole day and night at the mountain praying, waiting for Mr. Right?
I was young and
I'm a Beatrice, tell us.
in the waiting. It will sound common on our channel to say that we waited while serving God, but that's the truth. Having a Christian background, I waited while serving God. Maybe one would ask, when did my waiting start? I anticipated getting married, I think, from around as soon as I joined campus. Much as I knew the time I wanted to get married, but I was envisaging, like, I was looking forward to getting married because we had a lot of conferences at church. There was Bright Future Conference, and so in those conferences they would bring us different pastors to talk to us, and so most of the things they would break us up into workshops, like girls alone, boys alone. We had overnights where we would pray for our future. So these people, in a way, they influenced our mind, or my mind, to think about the future in the line of marriage after school. So in that way, I waited while I was at church, and I was, reading my books and focused, but meanwhile, looking forward to that day.
Day, wow, till when he came. Yeah, my waiting is something that what can I say? But I waited while serving God, as Beatrice has said. I gave my life to Christ when I was in my senior 4 vacation. So by then I was not waiting actually. So I did not realize actually I was waiting because I was busy. I was busy with ministry at church. Were these church girls all the time at church. So I waited while serving God. I was schooling, I was still at Makere. So all my waiting was in
Busy.
It was hidden in there. And of course praying, as Beatrice said, overnight, going for missions. Yes, cleaning the church. So we were busy in ministry, and that is how the Lord helped us and these young men this young man came into my life. Yeah, that was my waiting basically, because I wasn't working. I was a student. Yes.
Okay. Me personally, I was not waiting. I was mingling.
Single and mingle.
I was mingling. I guess by the time my husband met me, then I had a boyfriend. By the way, I had a guy, my boyfriend. I had a guy. We were talking. So he came in at a time when I was actually in a relationship. Yes. So for him, you know, when you're at campus, you have these 10 points of a man that you want. So when my husband came, he really did tick. Okay, the boxes were. And by then, I thought the one I was dating was the one cool guy. But then God knew what I needed.
Best.
So as soon as I left this relationship, my husband was already here. And the good thing is I knew him a bit, so really that's why we didn't date for a long time. Yeah. So for me, I was in a relationship. Then my man was there waiting for me to finish this relationship.
To finish the mingling. Barbara, she's lucky. She was not waiting, she was mingling. Wow.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Actually, me, my waiting, I was enjoying my life. I can say I was enjoying my life. I knew I would get married at a certain point, but I wasn't so much focused on waiting for Mr. So-and-so to come. Actually, I had someone that I was with, not serious, because I never wanted to commit to anyone that I'm totally committed unto you until that time comes. But what I can say, I enjoy my time without
being
putting
on pressure.
Being on pressure, yes, that's right. Without being on pressure. Actually, me, I wasn't in ministry like you guys. I wasn't so much in ministry. I was totally enjoying my life.
See, for missions,
No. Actually, for me to go into those missions is when I started dating my husband. Actually, I think that's the first time I traveled for a mission, when we had a divine encounter. And that wasn't so much. So me, this time around, I come from a family where my aunties are lifeists. They're really lifeists. So campus in our family is about life. So it's about enjoying.
For us, we never had money.
For us, we had the money. Actually, I remember when you said that you didn't have money, I remember my uncle used to be a manager somewhere, so he could get, this company that sponsor artists that come in the country. So anyone who is 18 years and above, the ticket is always there, as long as their company is one of the sponsors. So me, I was enjoying, but what helped me not to get off track, it's the godly seed that I had in me. Actually, I gave my life to Christ when I was in senior 1, but it's not something that I took on to be so serious. Like being born again, you're saved, but today you're here. When there is a chidong at school, you're lukewarm. Yes, lukewarm.
God was about to spit hard.
When it's time for scripture union, you go in for scripture union. If it's time for kadanke, you're in for kadanke. Yeah. So, but by grace of God, I didn't say that I waited so much. Actually, it took me by surprise. It took the whole group of mine by surprise. Actually, even today when someone felt like, I can't believe you, girl, you got married. That's so early.
Are you sure? Wow.
I was the unserious one.
Look at me and Beatrice, we are looking at us.
You guys serve the Lord, but it's okay.
Mission committee.
You enjoy it, but
yeah, me, I enjoyed my
but for me, these things, Vichy going, this place, Garden City, Cineplex, we could always have those
things
tickets.
For us, we saw them.
Yeah, I could always have those things.
I did not even bypass them.
No,
my parents could not afford those things, so I did not go out after.
Even at campus.
Even at campus, I did not go.
Me, what I
I
said,
did not
the
go.
shortest, actually, maybe God knew that I've enjoyed enough. Or I enjoyed campus with my friends.
At campus,
So you
I
didn't
did.
take long to get married?
No, no. I didn't take long. But what I can, when I tell you that I moved most places, someone can say, yeah, how did you do all those things in the shortest time?
Because her uncles had money.
My uncles had money. And God bless me with friends who have money as well. Like, you know, when a group has money, let's go here. It's easier for all of you because all of you can afford, yeah?
Had been a waiting bit. What really amazes me is the fact that I gave my life to Christ at an early age. So all those things I did not see. At campus, even my group mates, I believe they are watching, I did not even step in a club. The only time I went, it was prime time at the swimming pool with Pastor Semper. That was my first outing, and I remember Pastor Ugembe came, and the song I was like, oh God, this is a new life. Then another outing is when I started to visit my friends' hostels. Like a life, Mumbi. People are enjoying life. But me, I would say this boring life, but I thank God. I thank God. It kept me, and I did Cineplex. It's my boyfriend who first took me to Cineplex.
That's good.
Okay, guys, now we've had. You were serving the Lord, busy in the prayer mountain. For you were what? Serving the Lord as well. Chilling, having fun. While I was mingling. Now, yes, we've seen you've done all those things. What would you have done better? Take us back. Now, if I take you back today, what would you have done while waiting to lead and leading you to marriage? What would you have done better?
Okay.
Or maybe that thing that you missed, maybe I did not maybe do this. I wish I can go back and maybe do that while I'm still waiting. But right now I don't have a chance to. Yeah.
Actually, okay, you're starting?
You can go, Sandra.
Actually, me what I can say, I got this from one of my pastors. To the youths out there, if you're a church girl like them, like they were church girls, serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. Go into ministry. There is a way it helps to keep you busy. There is a way it shapes you. When we grow up, like at our stage right now, there are some things we cannot do for Jesus. We cannot be into ministry. Right now, they can tell you we are going to Tororo, for a crusade. You cannot travel because you have children, you have a husband, you have, and most of you have a baby. Because maybe your husband, you can say, okay, I'll ask Mr. Albanga to give me permission to go to for the crusade. But there is a baby who is breastfeeding. You're pregnant. You're like, I cannot sleep out. But actually, if I could take my time back, I would have served the Lord. I would have served the Lord. I would be in ministry somewhere. I would have used something. I would do something for the Lord.
So you mean there's no pressure for getting married in ministry?
No, because you're waiting.
You don't think?
No.
Don't you think about marriage when you're ministering?
You do, but
you're
you're
waiting,
not,
but something is keeping you busy.
You're doing something for the Lord.
For the
'cause,
Lord,
when you get married, as she said, we get busy. Now, like at our church, then they're in a crusade in Tororo. I would love to go with my Musumba. I would really, really, really love to go, but I cannot. So when she's telling you that serve. So when I see the mission team going out, I'll be like, wow, I also went. I also went. When I see guys spending days at the mountain, I was like, yeah, I spent those days there. So that is what she's saying. As you're waiting,
Keep busy.
not like for us Christians, get into ministry, serve God, pour out your heart, do something that when the time comes, like you're not in the position to go, you'll not be like, if you're working, or actually like me, if to say, if maybe I'll go and first make them, I don't know, now you'll have 3-4 years, and make some money. Because sometimes you'll be like,
I wish I saved more.
I wish I had that. I will not finish all those things, but I wish I had that.
And now for those people that are not Christians, for example, it's not a church girl, but she's there waiting. What can they do?
Go make money. Go back to school. Finish your masters.
Yeah.
Finish your degree. Pursue something. Be this person who can read books.
If you can travel,
educate yourself. If you can travel.
Perhaps you can
Yes.
even do something for the community.
Yeah.
You can do something. You can give back to the community. You can form up a charity group.
Concentrate on yourself as
Yeah.
you're waiting.
Yes, Karine, you've talked about finances. This is a disclaimer. This is not to say that we regret having gotten married when we didn't do these things. But we are trying to show you at the end of the tunnel, if you have someone who can hold your hand and tell you, pass here,
Yeah.
it's going to be more easier for you than it was on us.
On us, yeah.
When you're looking for money, Karine, time is money. Right now, your time, Barbara, is so limited to make the much money that you would want to make as a wife. Because your time is divided between your husband, your children, and other things that you're doing. The ideas that I have right now of making money, if I can take myself back to Beatrice of 19, 20, 23, 25, I'm telling you I would make money and my husband would find me. But that is something that people don't know, that during your waiting, make sure you make some dime. Become financially stable. In our time, there was this thing that when you're too financially stable,
You
the
don't
man
get married.
will not get married. The
No,
man will
even
not-
boys
right
are
now,
making money.
even
Even
right
right
now,
now. But
even
my
right now.
friend, don't fear.
No.
Even the boys are making their own money.
Yes.
There are boys who are rich. Yeah. So make your
Even
money.
younger
make
than
yourself
you.
happy. Yes.
Yes.
Make yourself happy.
Also, me, I think
Yes,
what I've
Beatrice.
remembered is, if I'm to go back right now, I think I would have explored my talent more.
Yeah.
Wow.
You people, I love to act. Or why is it because way back the movie industry had not developed? If I got a chance,
By then.
I would go back and act. I feel like I miss that, that acting.
The drama in
So
you.
to bring out that, So if you have a talent, explore that talent. Go in depth. Find out if what I can sing, what else can I do about singing? Can I, how can I boost my vocal warm-ups and all that?
Yeah.
So find your inner
Don't
self.
get lost
Yes.
in the circle.
Yeah.
That by the time the man finds you, you're lost.
just there.
And then by the time you get married, you're just waking up. Oh, I used to be a
used to do
singer.
the
I used to be a
singer.
good
I used
designer.
to be
I
a
used
minister.
to-
By the
You're
way,
busy.
yeah.
Now, like your talent, Babs, you've talked about it. The practices, the word. Now it is a bit hard on
It's
us.
hard. It's really hard. Yeah?
Yeah, so now it is hard.
Yeah,
when
because-
you watch those good movies, they give them time. So many practicing days. Yet right now you cannot, because your kids are
I
young.
am breastfeeding.
So
How can
as
you
you're
get them to go for
waiting, kindly find yourself. I think that is the
Utilize
right
the
word.
opportunity.
Find
That is
yourself.
the right word. Find yourself. Beatrice, you've talked about something. Like if you're a designer, she is a makeup artist, explore. Now, Beatrice, today, what can we do to revive that?
to revive that talent. Every time Karine is on my neck, why don't you open up a salon? But let me tell you right now, I'm like,
have a
Karine,
You feel you're busy.
I have a lot. Like that is the last thing on my mind. But you feel like you have that art within you.
Yeah.
I could, I could have a bridal. I could.
Your
All those
business
things.
shop
I could
will be
do
selling.
something. Yes.
And instead of focusing on when am I getting married, I'm 26
Hey,
now.
when
You're
am I
worried.
getting
When am I, think about
Do
this
your
thing.
bridal shop. Now would be having Beatrice Chimpy, Beatrice
Yes.
Bridal.
and Hala, something of that kind.
Because what people don't know that businesses thrive more when the owner of the business is in touch
Yes.
with the business.
Exactly.
But already Mrs. Emiri is having other things that she's doing. She's having a child. She's having whatnot.
Supervise.
First of all, when you get married, you have a united vision.
The
There's
United
one
one,
There's
no.
no one going
Talk
to
about it.
do you know you feel guilty every time you're so towards your own
Towards
goals,
own
and then the family
reason.
things, the
It becomes
businesses
like
are-
you're selfish.
Yeah, it becomes a selfish. Like,
It does not become.
And
You
then-
are selfish.
Now you have family vision.
Family
vision. Papa's vision.
Yes.
So you've talked about it becomes
By the
now
way.
you're guilty, small selfish. You are selfish. Like you get married and you're only on yourself. Munange, you're selfish. But when you are alone,
Yes.
there is that beauty. There is that thing. So as you're waiting,
By the way,
we just wish. We are not regretting getting married,
Yes.
but
We are
just
not.
wish. Sometimes I'm like, God, all that time I had when I was young, why did I sit in the chairs of my mom, just putting my legs up,
watching TV,
eating my mom's food? I served the Lord, but that wasn't enough. I could have done more.
Something,
Yes. You can
Yeah,
do
what
more.
that thing of family vision, you really touched me. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, like, why should I go? But now, like, I want to do something, but now family vision is taking me. Barbara vision is not there at this
Yes.
moment.
Yeah, Barbara
And you know, people are going to
When
say,
you
yeah, when you get married, your life doesn't stop. It is true.
Somehow.
But you people who are married, the reality is your life, like 50% of it freezes
Yeah,
and goes to the
focus,
family.
that is right.
Yes.
It completely changes.
Because you people, for me, the way I stopped being a working mom to a stay-at-home mom, in all my life, like I could even put up, how independent I can be. I'm like, I cannot leave work, but to stay at home to work for what? To be a stay-at-home mom. You could not tell me nothing. But now I am there, my friend. It is family vision. It is family vision. Family vision.
I like. Yeah.
I like it. I'm happy about it.
You're happy
But
about it, but somehow, somewhere.
As we grow, our focuses change, our minds change, visions change. So like we've said, as you're waiting, what the passion you have, utilize it. Read books, find
Find it,
mentors
like
into that.
Yeah,
Find
you find
mentors
it.
into that field. Now you wanted the makeup thing. If you had gotten someone to guide you,
If she had me by then,
it's always good to find mentors in where you have passion. Yeah? Now Barbara says that she would be in the acting industry. Acting was there. Those guys were acting. We've told you that Ebony.
think they were
They
there.
started way back when you were still in primary. Yeah?
But she didn't position herself.
Yeah, you didn't position well yourself. If you had connected yourself to the right people, or if you had done more and did research, where can I start from? Actually, you would be there because the things were there when you were still in primary. They were there. So
But we
it's
shared
about
no connections.
Yeah, it's about looking for mentors and looking for and have it. When you have passion, you drive it. Yeah. You
But
drive
now even
it.
I have the connections, but I can't go.
I know it's
I
too
am
late.
busy. I am busy.
Like Karine said, once people get married, some things in marriage take the first precedence.
Yes.
Like your husband takes the
Children.
feminists, like when you get married, my life will not change.
That
Let
was
me tell you,
prestige.
marriage molds you by itself because when you enter it, it's in a katiba. It's like it has a katiba.
Yeah,
when you enter, you have to fit.
have
If you
to
can't fit into the marriage, you go. But if you want to stay in the marriage, it will mold you by itself. Family vision will call you. Barbara will need you. Karine will need you. The children need you by default. And so it feels like your dreams have been put on a standstill. So we are telling you that while you're waiting, embrace that time.
Yes.
It's the most fruitful time of your life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're 35 years, whether you're 40 years. It doesn't matter. What matters are what are you using that time for?
Yes.
Are you using it from work? You just sleep. From work, you just no. From work, put down your vision, put down your business ideas, pursue them while you still can.
And also mingle. But people, is mingling bad?
No.
So you mingle.
Barbara, I'm going to add on that mingling. Yes, my point has come back that why we don't regret me and Karine. I don't know about others, about serving God. Me, I'm comfortable. I know I should serve God right now, but let me tell you the way I served God.
You're not regretting.
I'm not regretting. Yes. So we are telling you, just take that kind of, example and use it in.
Yeah. I want to add on what Beatrice has just mentioned. It is not us we served, but you, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yes.
As you're waiting, what are you doing?
Yeah, actually.
For us, we served.
You should
But
be doing something.
You should be doing something and find that you. So it is not only that those girls served. Yes, for us we served because we had no option. We had no money to go to Cineplex like Sandra. We had no money to mingle like Barbara. The only thing we had to do was to go to church and to serve God. But you, these days we have internet. We have a lot.
Another woman that can take your spotlight. if I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me? What would you do if I told you you were beautiful?